Katie,
Yes.
where are we going today?
Freaking Dollar Tree. Oh, you mean where our final destination?
Oh, is it the final destination?
We're going to the Cassy haunted tour trolley thingy.
We're going on a trolley ride.
Cassy Fun Tours. Cassy Haunted History Tour. And we're going to walk through a haunted house that we didn't know we were going to do.
Bonus. We get to ride on a trolley in historic area of Kansas City. And we get to walk through a haunted house. I don't know which one yet. I'm guessing there's several. We'll be on Warnell Road, so I'm hoping it's the Warnell house. But I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Whatever.
Are you scared?
No.
All right, so we're gonna go to Dollar Tree, and I'm not gonna like videotape in there, but once we get to the trolley stuff, you'll be joining us.
Yay.
Maybe you'll see a spirit on the camera.
Let us know if you do.
Yeah. Here we go. Got my ghost hunting shirt on. Ghost hunter, yum.
My ride is here.
Perhaps I've not learned to not walk and vlog. Got my ticket. We're on the trolley. The man asked if we had our EVP recording apps downloaded. You know how I feel about apps. I don't need that. But I did think about bringing my recorder.
Thought about bringing some stuff, but I didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah. And then I thought, it's going to be loud. A lot of these people have probably been drinking. They're going to be loud. They're drinking. But he says, ghosts, talk to us.
Talk to us. Yeah.
Please talk to us, ghosts.
Don't come back with us, though.
Putting that out there.
Stay there.
So here we go.
Right in the exact spot where paranormal activity has been documented, been recorded, something has happened right where you'll be standing in this house. So that's kind of cool. I like that. And you're going to get to see a beautiful house. Every room, we go through it room to room to room. We're going to go by another little house, and I'm going to tell you a little history of what happened in this area that a lot of people don't know about. How's the temperature?
So our stop on the trolley tour is at the Major's house, which I think is just off Warnell Road. We have a tour guide.
Follow me, we're going to go this way.
We're going to go on a tour.
The Alexander Major's house. Does everybody know who Alexander Major's was?
No.
Fabulous. We'll start there then. Little information. Alexander Major's was actually one of the founding commercial businesses in Kansas City. And he's probably most famous for actually a very small project that he did, but it was known as the Pony Express. You guys have heard that? Yeah. But mainly he was a freighter. He hauled freight to the coast and back by wagon trains. So he had all this oxen, right? Okay. He owned a company called Majors, Waddell and Reed, and that was also the group that started the Pony Express. But like I said, that was kind of a small chapter. It just happens to be how most people know him. So while you're standing there, I want you to put one foot in the grass and one foot on the sidewalk. All right? You guys are now straddling the state line from Kansas to Missouri. That is really right. Most people think it's out there in the street, but it's not. It's right there on the sidewalk. And Majors actually built his house exactly here on purpose. He wanted to be right on the border. He had 300 acres, all in Missouri, and that was just a territory. It wasn't even a state yet. So he could put all his oxen over there and never had to pay any taxes on them.
Must be
Smart
nice.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I'd like you to notice while we're out here is the flag. That flag up there has 31 stars in it, because that's all the states that were in the Union at the time this house was built in 1856. That's kind of a cool little fact.
Yeah.
I'm also going to bring up something that you'll hear me say again later. This time was right before the Civil War, but it's known as the Border Wars between Kansas and Missouri. There was a lot of skirmishes, a very violent and volatile time.
A lot of atrocities.
Yes, a lot of them on both sides of the fence there, so to speak. So this whole area had a lot of bad things happening, but it was mostly political until the Civil War broke out, and then it became a big political thing. But at this time, this is about when it was starting, so we had a little bit of some of that, and we'll talk about that as we go through. Now I'm going to take you into the house, and what I'm going to do is we'll go room to room. I will tell you a little bit about the history, and then I will tell you a little bit about what the paranormal investigators have found through the years. And that's what you guys are really here for, right? You want to hear the ghost stories, right? Cool. Let's go. You're wrong. So that was, we feel like they were discussing the politics of slavery or the Union or whatever, or the convention. The investigators decided to take some pictures of this stairway. And he took a sequence of 5 photographs. Starting at the bottom, he saw a very large black mass forming. And then the second picture was about a third of the way up. And the next picture was about where you're standing. And then the last picture was right up here, and the mass just kept moving, the black mass. The 5th picture, it was gone. They feel like that was the spirit of Louisa, because this is a part of the house that was added on. So it wouldn't have been the Majors family or any of those slaves. This would have been a much more modern era. So they really feel like that was Louisa coming up the stairs. And I'll tell you more about her in the next room. This room would have actually been more for guests, but as Louisa's parents started to age, she invited them to come stay with her. So they actually spent their last years in this room, and this was where they stayed. A lot of the artifacts in this room are original. The furniture belonged to Louisa's parents, and the picture up there on the wall is her mother. A lot of these artifacts being original also indicate something about the time period. You'll notice the wedding dress over there. Isn't that sweet? I couldn't believe how little it is.
Yeah. Pretty shoes too.
Yes, no kidding. The bonnet you see over there and the garments here on the trunk were known as mourning wear, because if you were a widow at that time, you would be expected to dress in black for a period of a year, and then you could wear navy blue or brown for the next 2 years, because the mourning period for a woman when she lost her spouse was 3 years. The mourning period for a man at the same period of history was 3 months.
As soon as we could find another one.
That's about right. That's about right. Joseph was out on the lawn involved in an event that was happening, and he looked up toward the house, and there was a gray-haired man.
We're done in the house. Now we're going to the barn and the blacksmith shop. Trying not to trip and fall. My sister's taking pictures, thankfully. Anybody gets anything, it would be her. While we were in there, in the dining room, she felt the floor move. And then we were told that is where they have seen the full apparition of a soldier standing before. So that was kind of cool. Now we're out here at the blacksmith.
We've been handled in this room. We had a lady on one of our tours last year that felt like they had someone pulling their hair. Kind of took their breath away. On the EVP is the sound of a man saying, "Get out," just as angrily as possible. But we've also had another woman, even out here, feel like she was pushed. So there is sort of an angry spirit here, a male, and he doesn't really like women, it seems. So just take that caution in mind. Come on in.
I said he said a tough one. I hope he fights me.
Now this was not the original barn. This actually was built in the 20th century, in fact the last half of the 20th century. It was built on the footprint of the original blacksmith shop. And a lot of these outbuildings are the same. So the angry spirit here is a little bit of a puzzle, because it could be someone who's tied to this location, because this was where it was located. It may have been a slave. It may have been someone who was very unhappy with his job, even though obviously he would have his domain out here. And this would be a very male domain, which maybe explains why he didn't like women, but I'm not sure. One thing I do like to tell you is all these artifacts are to the period, including the sleigh up there. There's one up there too. A lot of people report people peeking out of the windows. They'll see them from outside. And last year on the tours, almost every tour I had really good luck with orbs in their cameras. So, particularly that corner back there seemed to be very active, but I've seen them happening all along this wall too. So you can take your time.
Well, we did hear that they do allow ghost investigations here, so that's going to be something we're definitely going to look up for our group. It's a very neat homestead, dripping with history of this area. Definitely going to go home and look up some more information for myself about it, as well as maybe how much it costs to be here overnight. So we're gonna get back on the trolley and head back to our cars, and that's pretty much it. It's hard to imagine it being quiet out here because it's the city now. The Leewood Baptist Church is right across the street. Street lights. I'm sure you hear the traffic. I'd like to have been out here when it was 300 quiet acres where I'm standing, and then just directly behind me, open frontier that later became the state of Kansas. It's time to get back on Pearl, the trolley. It's over. This is cool. We will come back. Trolley tour. Wasn't really a trolley tour. But we got to be on a trolley.
We went past the Warnell house.
John Warnell's house, and they were doing a reenactment there tonight. I'm guessing of the Civil War time period. A lot of people died on that property. It's said to be very, very haunted. We could not go there tonight, but where did we go?
We went to the Major's house, and that was the second part of the tour. But we actually got to go through the house and go through every room and hear the history and who was there. There's a little Buffalo Bill history in it. And the lady Wendy that took us through, she works there, and she let us know about the EVPs that have been caught there, what they've said.
Get out.
One man that is in the blacksmith actually said get out to somebody one time. So it's a beautiful house.
Old, historical.
Very old, 1850.
Built in 1850, yeah.
It was a surprise. I didn't know we were going to go through a house.
She got an email that said dress for walking. We thought we were going on a trolley tour, dressed for walking. So it was a nice surprise. It was kind of cool to go through somewhere I haven't been before and to hear a little history of the area. When I think I have to drive really, really far to get to a Civil War battlefield, I don't. It's just right here in Kansas City.
And we stood on the state line. The sidewalk is on the Missouri side, and the yard on the other side of the sidewalk is on the Kansas side. So we stood in two states at once.
Legit. But that was fun.
Yes.
The tour guides are very knowledgeable.
Reasonable price.
Reasonable price.
Beautiful weather.
I would highly recommend going on one. It's even something you could do on a rainy night because it was all indoors.
Yep.
For the most part.
Cassy Fun Tour.
Cassy Fun Tour. Yeah.
It was a fun tour.
It's not false advertising. Okay, now we have to figure out how to get back home. Thank you for watching. Make sure if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Just don't leave any bad comments because I'm sick and freaking tired of haters.
Somebody hating on my sister?
Yeah, because I'm fat.
Don't hate my sister. I pity the fool.
Also,
I pity the fool.
Share this and look this place up. I'll leave a link below to their website where she got the tickets from. Thanks for hooking us up, sister.
Hey, no problem.
That was fun.
Yes.
And nice spending time with you.
Oh, yes, always.
Okay. Gotta go. Bye.
Bye. I think I stood right inside the man.
How's my lighting?
I know better.
You need one too.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Oh, look at the nice shadow. Hide my Chinese.
Can you mount
phone.
that up here?
Yes, I can. Did you bring protection?
No.
Me either.
See it as how we both had hysterectomies. I think we're good.
I meant crystal.
Oh!
Oh God.
Mind gutter.
You know that ticket says 2 adults, but I think they need like we're not adults.